I present Professor Walter Simons, Professor of History at Dartmouth College, for induction as a Fellow of the Medieval Academy. Professor Simons, you recently wrote that the history of religious practice in late medieval Flanders has yet to be written. We beg to differ. For you alone have gone a long way towards writing that history. You have gifted the field of medieval studies with 2 definitive monographs on the history of the mendicant orders in the county of Flanders, a co-authored volume on the history of the Beguines of Tournai, a co-authored volume on the history of the Dominican cloister of Ghent, and the highly acclaimed monograph, Cities of Ladies, Beguine Communities in the Medieval Low Countries, not to mention dozens of articles on Flemish religious life. Your historiographical work, most notably 2 essays on the formation, reception, and influence of Huizinga's Autumn of the Middle Ages, pays tribute to the giants who came before, but you are not hesitant to provide correction where correction is needed. Your monographs on the mendicants in Flanders, which grew out of your 1985 doctoral thesis at the University of Ghent, add nuance to other historians' discussions of the geographical placement of mendicant convents within urban settings. And they demonstrate that Flemish patterns of mendicant foundation did not always resemble those of other regions. Still, with carefully chosen anecdotes, you remind us that local developments were always in dialogue with the broader context. Thus, while scholars in Paris exchanged angry words over the relations between seculars and mendicants, secular clerics in Bruges, as you have shown, took action, seizing the corpse of an unfortunate layperson who had wrongly chosen, in the canon's opinion, a mendicant convent for his eternal resting place. Your meticulous textual and archival research has mapped out for the first time the early history of the Beguines in Flanders and restored to them the dignity of their religious choices, demonstrating that women and girls flocked to this form of life not because of a gendered imbalance on the marriage market, as some historians have claimed, or because of the high price of monastic dowries, but because the flexibility of the Beguine lifestyle enabled them to live out their religious callings while teaching, serving the poor, and working within the textile industry. You may have abandoned the halls of Belgian academe when you came to the US in 1991, but the country of your birth has continued to pay honor to your scholarly achievements, with fellowships at the Catholic University of Leuven and the Royal Flemish Academy for Science and the Arts in Brussels. On both sides of the Atlantic, moreover, the excellence of your teaching has garnered awards. Like the Beguines whom you study, you have served your community well. As chair of your department, member of multiple editorial boards, organizer of countless conferences, and president of the New England Medieval Conference. Professor Simons, for now we may see you only virtually, through a glass darkly, so to speak. But when we meet again face to face, we hope that you will do us one more small service by signing the Book of Fellows of the Medieval Academy of America.